Welcome to today's Borealis capsule video on the stakeholder engagement module. We will be talking a bit about importing data in mass into Borealis using one of our importers, which you can see right behind me. I will show you in a little bit how you can access these importers inside of the Borealis platform. Now, when would you use an importer? Well, let's make sure using an importer is right for you. I would say you would want to import records into Borealis in mass when manually creating them would take more time than filling out this Excel sheet and importing them in mass. I would say maybe 10 to 20 records you could probably start importing around that region, in my opinion, depending how fast you are. There are many different types of importers as well. We can import most things and then some that you see inside of Borealis. So think individuals, organizations, engagement plans. We can even import participants inside of a communication, tasks, and things like that as well. So let's get right into covering the importers right now. Really excited to show this to you. Let's take a look at where to access our importers. There's a few areas to do it. The first area is in the individuals form, or actually any form. If I wanted, for example, the importer for engagement plans, I can go here, go up to the tools menu, and then just click import Excel. It'll open up this menu here. I just click this Excel template option, and it will download the Excel template, which we will look at in a minute. I can also access the same menu through my configuration menu here, which looks like a little gear. If I click on it and I go to import Excel, it opens up that same menu, but I have the ability to go between different forms. So if I wanted to upload individuals and get the importer for it, I could do so just by clicking this, clicking Excel template, and then it will grab the importer. Now that we know how to get the import file, let's open one up and take a look at how to fill one out, and then we'll actually complete an import ourselves. Okay, so behind me, you could see a actual importer that I downloaded. This is Excel, and this is the individuals importer. I could use this template to create records inside of Borealis. I would just need to fill out some of the data, like the first name and last name. I can actually see if some of these fields are required as well. I would need things like the categorization that we're familiar with when creating individuals. It actually pulls from the list that I have inside of my individuals database. Actually, pretty much all of those fields that we're used to inside of an individual form is available in the importer, and it's much like that for other records as well. I also do want to highlight that some fields do create records, and you can find that out by clicking the red arrow there, or the field that has the red arrow on it. This indicates that there is some sort of note for the user. You could see here that an organization will be created automatically if it is not present in the system. So please take note of some of the notes we leave behind for you as well, so that you can utilize the fields and even avoid having to do an organization import if you know these people are new and the companies they work at don't exist in the system. I have a finished importer that I'm going to show you now instead of just filling this out one by one. Let's take a look at it, and we'll kind of go through the data and how I inputted it inside. All right, so here now behind me, I have a completed individuals importer. So you can see we did insert some of those first name and last name. Actually, if I want you to take note that each row is one record. So what we're looking to create here, if we do a simple count, is we're going in this case to create about 175 records. We inserted some categorizations. You see we have some landowners, some mayors, some media contacts here in this categorization column. We have some language of communication that I entered. the email address. If I had other contact information like a phone number, I can enter that as well. I can link them to one of my engagement plans if I need to as well. The list of engagement plans that are available in the system is available in this drop-down menu if you click on the arrow here. I did do some organization creation as well. Some of these did or didn't exist. I just assigned out some companies I know they work at, what job they have, and maybe even just a role they have within that company. I assigned out the correct project folder if you're using the TDS. And then there's also other information you can enter, and you can even attach some documents if you would like as well. Let's run the import now and see how we can go ahead and action it. And we may get some error messages where we have to do some corrections. Let's take a look at that as well, and we'll be now that I'm back in Borealis, I'm going to go ahead and action my import. I'm going to click on my configuration menu right down to import Excel. We're going to import individuals, so I'm going to just take a look at individuals. We could then select the file that we're looking to import. I have mine right here on the side. We could go ahead and hit confirm. All right, so as you can see behind me now, the import is starting to run. We're about 80 records in, and I'll come back when it's done because it might be about a minute or two. I don't just want to have you guys watch this, of course. So um, let's go ahead and get back and see what we have when it's completed. So the import is done, and we did get a few final error message there that we do need to go in and correct. You can see that we have row 108 being the last name is not filled in, it's required. Row 144, the project is required, it's not filled in. In row 154, in the email column, the email address is not a valid format. So let's go back to the Excel again, do these last few corrections, and then hopefully the importer gets in. Okay, so we're back inside of Excel now, and we're going to make those final few corrections. So I'm actually just having the error log here up on my other monitor, and I'm just reading it off. So it says that row 108, let's go down there. The last name is required. It looks like it's missing. I know that this is my brother, Dylan Martone. We actually have 144 saying that the project is missing. So if we go down, we look at 144 right here. And we could just scroll over and we could see that, yeah, the project is missing. We can go ahead and correct that as well. And then it says that row 154, just a little bit of a ways down, the email address is not in a valid format. So let's go to the email column. Yeah, it looks like we forgot the @email.com at the end. So we just made some corrections again. Let's hit save and let's try the import one more time. And I think it should be successful. Okay, we're on the last few records here in the import. I just wanted to hop in and see what we end up with here. So let's just take a look and see. And our import was successful. Look at that. We corrected all the errors and we're all done with the import. So we could go here. We can see the records that were imported by going to the actions menu, just hitting view records. That's just in the import job section there and clicking on the latest one. And here's all the records that were created. You can see all that information we have recorded in the sheet, the position that they have and everything like that has been recorded. And as well, we can see that we have doubled now our individuals list. So import successful. We do have a lot of other importers to explore. There's going to be more information in some of the articles linked in the area this capsule is stored. So I suggest taking a look at that. All right. Well, we successfully actioned an import. We have all of the individuals in the system here with the correct companies and positions. I'd say that was a very successful import of 175 individuals. So that's it for this capsule. Thanks for sticking around to learn about importers. I do really appreciate it. As always, I hope you enjoyed, and please do take it easy, and we will see you in the next video. Have a great day.